What's up, everybody? We're going to do another round of Wordle. Let's see if we can make it 75 straight days of not losing Wordle, which is pretty impressive considering every single one of these days, guys, I'm banging out these incredible challenges. And I was very impressed with yesterday's results. You guys did amazing. I love it when you guys follow and do the challenge along with me. And yeah, it was pretty darn good. Today's challenge is a brand new one. This has never been done before. I think you guys are going to love it. We have to make sure that each guess alternates between the first and latter half of the alphabet. So my first guess must contain only letters from the first half, the first 13 letters, which is from A to M. In my practice round yesterday, I did decal. It was pretty good. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I think claim is, you could make an argument, claim is almost as solid. I mean, maybe you would want to trade the I in for the E. Maybe the D is slightly better than the M, but I like it. It's pretty good. Let's try claim, and let's see how we do. Nothing, okay? So now we have to go for our second guess to the second half of the alphabet. That's from N to Z. Probably story is pretty good. I mean, we did get two vowels up front, so I want to check to see if we have a Y. Story is pretty good. We have an S and a T. Now, this is going to be tricky because I have to go back to the third guess to the first half of the alphabet, which means I can't use the S and the T. I can't even try to place them, so that's unfortunate. And obviously, I want to use some brand new letters, but you have to pick the right ones, right? So we have to get the E involved. I also want to get my D looked at. What else could we do? You know, maybe H. Actually, hedge. I think hedge is great because, you know, we do need a vowel, and there's a good chance that we could have two E's. So this will inform us if that's the case. And I think H, D, and G are just as good as anything else. And just double checking, no, we are not using anything from the second half. I think you guys would agree. So let's go with hedge. And look at that. We have it. Guys, we have it. It's going to be these, right? Holy cow. It's not sheet, right? Because it doesn't obviously end in a T, and it doesn't begin with S. But we have this because we have two E's, which is informed to us on the third guess. And we have the SHT. That's absolutely insane. So we're going to make swift dispatch of this puzzle. Now, you guys might think, oh, but Art, you're violating the challenge. Shouldn't your next guess go to the second half of the alphabet? Yeah, but guess what? You have to do this up to the answer. Once you have your answer, you're done. So yes, it's okay. You have to obviously put an end to the challenge because you have to get your answer in. So these is fine. We're going to do this in 4. And let me just double check. You know me. I'm always going to be super careful. I don't want to make sure I made a silly mistake. But I mean, the only anagram of those letters is sheet and these. And it absolutely would have to go there. And, even if I screw it up, I still have a chance to solve the Wordle. So is the answer to today's Wordle the word these? Yes, it is. And we make very, very swift dispatch of that. I think you guys would agree that hedge was an absolutely sterling guess. And story was pretty darn good, too. So there you have it, guys. Pretty fast. And now let's go and take a look at tomorrow's challenge. So please join me on the Infinite Wordle. Okay, guys, here we are on the Infinite Wordle. So what are we going to do for tomorrow? This is a pretty cool one. I think we did it once earlier in the year. You have to form an X with the same letter, okay? You can pick any letter of your choosing, okay? But you have to form an X. And again, the best way to demonstrate is to do an actual live puzzle with you. I'm going to elect to make E the letter that will form my X, okay? So watch how I'm doing erase. You have to begin and end the word with that letter. Okay, that was, holy cow, that was pretty darn good. Now, unfortunately, guys, for this challenge, you will most likely have to take it all the way to the sixth guess. So I know that's going to seem a little scary, but as you can see, I'm already, in pretty darn good shape. However, to maintain the challenge, those E's now must kind of like start to march inward, and then they'll march back outward to form an X of E's. And again, you can pick whichever letter you want. Some will obviously be more strategic than others, but that letter has to be maintained throughout your entire X structure. So what am I going to do next? I mean, obviously, I want to test some letters that could make this the answer. What would this word be, actually? It's chase, actually, chase, okay? So what I want to do, I want to maybe go CE Actually, I could do Ceres. That's an accepted one. I think that's a dwarf planet, and that would check for my C. And if that lights up green, I mean, it almost would have to be Chase. Okay, but I will have to keep going, so I'll probably check the H just in case. So go Ceres. Oh, look at that. So it was not a. It is not Chase. Okay, so you have to be careful. You don't want to chase these letters around too long, because then when we get to the end, we don't want to be in jeopardy of losing the Wordle. So what else could it have been? Phase. So let's check our H, okay? Now, the best way to do that is, how about if we were to do chic, okay? I could actually do sheep. That would not violate the challenge whatsoever. And then that would absolutely confirm that we have phase. Now watch, guys. Do you see? You're basically just creating two diagonals of E's from the top left corner to the bottom right corner, and the top right corner to the bottom left corner. So that's okay that there's an extra E there. That doesn't violate the challenge one bit. All right, so let's go with sheep. And look at that, guys. I'm not getting this. I first thought it was chase. It's not. Now I tried phase. It's not. Okay, so now this is starting to get a little bit scary. What am I overlooking? What am I overlooking? Lease. Lease. Okay, I think we're going to go with lease. Now, in order to do this one, look at this, guys. This actually works really good. It almost could have done the word itself, but then I would have ruined the challenge because you have to complete the entire X. So here's the deal. I could do level. There you go. Level will be perfect, because if the LE lights up, we're good to go. Okay, so do you see this, guys? Let me just use my mouse here. So we're going diagonal of E's in this direction. We have one more to go, and we have a diagonal of E's in this direction. We'll have to do one more, and then we'll nail it on the sixth guess. So let's try level. Please let it be an L in green. It's not an L in green, guys. What's going on? Oh, I hope I'm not making you nervous for tomorrow. But if anything, you can see it is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Oh, guys, finally, after a couple years later, I think I got it. This is a tricky one because it's a slightly harder vocabulary word, but I think it's going to be a base, which is super sneaky because of the double A. All right, so here we go. I'm kind of like on my last thread here. So how are we going to complete this challenge? We have to start again with the E and end with the E. So what do I want to do? Obviously, get the B. I think the B would be the best. I have to check for a B. I mean, I could just technically do anything, and I think it will be a base, but it'll be good to check. So what could go like this, but with a B in the middle, just to be sure? I can't think of one, guys. Maybe, in the comments, let me know of a word where you could go E, and put a B somewhere in there, and then finish with the E. So I'm just going to take a gamble and hope that it is a base, and I'm just going to do exile. That's the only thing that comes to mind. And is the answer to this particular Wordle a base? Yes, it is. Okay, I kind of had a feeling it would just be that. All right, guys, so there you go. That drove me crazy, but check this beautiful pattern out. Look at that diagonal of E starting in the upper left corner, working its way down to the fifth row, bottom right corner. Look at the same diagonal of E starting in the upper right corner, working its way down to the fifth row in the bottom left corner. That's what you have to do. The letter has to be the same throughout the X pattern, but guess what? You can pick any letter to your heart's desire. I think when we did this challenge in the past, some people did A, which worked out good. Some people did T, which I think is good. The choice is yours. The key is to bring it to that fifth row, and then most likely you'll have to wait to get it on the sixth guess. It should be super fun. Can't wait to see your results. And, of course, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another round of Wordle.